Bow wow.
Bow wow, welcome to DogStar.
Each week we sit down with a star of rap and R&B, and this week we have the pleasure of sitting down with YG Solo.
Yo, Wagwan, YG Solo, also known as Python Killer, also known as the Vibe Dealer, also known as the Sound Doctor. Yes, sir.
Also known as a writer, director, visionary here in Minnesota and beyond. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, could I make a quick correction though?
Of course.
Yeah, I actually make Afrobeat mainly.
Okay,
I do make R&B and hip hop, of course, but my main P is Afrobeats.
Yeah,
I mean you're a huge influence on the rap and R&B community here in Minnesota. So
definitely.
We thought it only appropriate to pick your brain here on DogStar.
Of course.
But we want to get your whole story for our curiosity and the people watching as well. So were you born in Minnesota?
Yeah, I was born in Minnesota, but my parents, they came from Kumasi, Ghana. So first generation here. Yeah.
Do you know what inspired their move to come here?
I feel like it's kind of similar, same thing for a lot of immigrants, just like looking for a better life, better opportunities for their kids. The American dream.
All right, so I guess that's the very beginning. Around the house, who was picking out the music? Did you have did either of your parents have good taste in music?
Oh, like playing around, like when I was a kid, like playing music around the house.
Exactly.
Yeah. I feel like my dad, out of anybody, the most.
Okay.
He'll either play CDs he had. Like I remember, like I don't even think he understood, but he had like a bunch of like Marvin Gaye CDs and things he'll just play whenever I was in a car. He also played like CDs of like Ghana Pentecostal music.
Okay.
And then like he also like played like the radio on a boombox or something. So
But he was in control of the dial a lot.
yeah, I remember him pressing play the most. Yeah, definitely.
That's cool. And then early on did you have any brothers or sisters, like older siblings, I guess, who would have influenced what you were listening to? Or did you kind of find your own way?
Actually, yeah. As a kid, I actually wasn't too... I always loved music, but I wasn't like... I didn't have my own opinion. Like, I didn't know... I didn't have anything to go look for music, so I would listen to what they were listening to.
Yeah.
Of course, my sisters played things around me. Like, my older sister would play Adele a lot. And then my other sister, for some reason, she's into, like... Not for some... I understand why, but she's into K-pop.
Okay.
So, like, I'm hearing, like, complete different sounds. But really, the main musical influence came from my brother, which is, like... I remember the first person he played for me was, like, Lil Wayne.
Whoa.
And I didn't understand nothing at the time. Ain't gonna lie. But... I then, started listening to a lot more hip hop, Lil Wayne, Eminem, and then people like Lecrae. And then I just, over time started listening to my own music once I got on the computer. Yeah.
Found your own taste.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely.
You said you weren't that into music. Can you remember like an early time that you had to like perform at school, or like maybe a band or choir class that got, where you're like, I kind of got a knack for this?
Yeah, as a kid, like I was more just focused on sports. Yeah,
what did you do?
I used to play soccer.
Oh,
I played all sports, but as a kid, I was like, I'm going to become a professional soccer player, play for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ghana national team. Yeah, that's me. That was like my bread and butter as a kid. But as for what you said,
just performing, knowing what you do now, performing in front of people, sharing your emotions with people. Was there any like early on things that they had you doing? Looking back now, you could be like, oh, it made sense. I like doing that.
Actually, I think my earliest memories of performing a lot was actually in church.
Okay.
So like it would like be like pastors and appreciation day or something on like Mother's Day, and then the kids will be like, okay, let's do something for the occasion.
Yeah.
And like I think the first thing I might have did was a spoken word, because that's what my brother used to do. He would do spoken words, and like, okay, you're his little brother, you probably know something. I did know something, but like once I did the first time, I did better than I thought I was gonna do. So then they're like, okay, you're doing it every time now. So like it wasn't really a choice,
right?
But like, yeah, I would go on stage for that. My sisters used to also teach, like one did theater in the church and one did dance. So then like sometimes I'd help out with them.
Okay. Did having siblings who were kind of good at being in front of people mean that like you didn't have any stage fright because you were like, do you think it's different because you were trying to do what they were doing?
I think actually, yeah, now that I think about it, like it might have helped a lot, because like if I see my brother doing that, like I'm thinking I can do it. Like almost anything. Like you see your brother, like, I don't know, climb a tree, you're gonna want to climb a tree too. So it's like, I think, yeah, that definitely helped. But like for me, it's like,
do you get stage fright, or did you back then?
I say I did when I was younger, for sure. But like now it's like, I don't know, I'm kind of like, when it's time to perform, I just perform. Like it kind of goes away once I start.
Yeah.
That's been with anything, like even not even like with performing, as like performing arts. Like as, whenever I had a game or something, I'd be nervous to get like pre-game jitters or something. But then by the time the whistle blows and I start moving around, I kind of forget it.
Yeah, forget that. Performing in front of people, sports is the same thing. You know, you got people watching you. You got your teammates, you know, relying on you.
Most definitely.
Is there anything from your like from being in sports that you've like brought with you into like the way you approach maybe music business or being creative?
100%. I feel like two things, like my work ethic, like, because I would just grind, whether it's on the field or on the gym all the time, and then my competitiveness, because like one thing with music, especially like hip hop or rap or anything kind of in that nature, there's already a kind of a competitive nature to it. So like if you see someone drop a dope track with the visuals, you're gonna make you want to drop like 2-3, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, especially when there's people like around you, but at the same time, like,
totally,
you also wanna, it's like you wanna do friendly competition. You know, push each other to get better, and then but then also there's sometimes where like you might have to pull like a Kendrick and Drake, you feel me? And this tracks, I see that as, you know, like he said, like a friendly fade, like you just sparring, you know, like a boxer.
Was that the main focus in middle school and high school, sports, or did you sign up for a drama class or do a halftime performance or something?
I was my main focus for sure was sports.
Okay.
Like for like majority of my school life, especially through elementary, middle school, and high school. But I did actually sign up for a theater class, not theater class in middle school. Just like I think I did like 1 year. Did I do 1 year or 2 years? I don't remember, but I remember I did that just because like it was the off season.
Right.
I was bored. People kept telling me to just try it. You know, just a bunch of my homies wanted to do it.
Yeah.
All the pretty girls were there. You get me? So I was like, might as well.
Sounds good. Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
What was the draw to start making your own music if the focus was so much on sports?
Actually, like, it really started when I came home from college because I played collegiate football when I had in high school, halfway through high school.
We're talking football or American football?
From football to football.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the middle of in the middle of high school, I switched from football to American football, and I went to then play in college.
Whoa!
But then when I was in college, I loved football. Like the original football I used to play, I feel like at that time I seen it as a way out. So I didn't really love American football. I like playing it,
Right.
but I didn't have the love for it. That mixed with injuries and the conditions I was living in at that time, it kind of made me like, and also I personally don't really like the school system. So like mixed combination of all those things made me just feel like I don't think this is really for me.
Right.
So now I had came home halfway through the year after I only had one semester left until I got my associates, and I was like, which I still finished, by the way. I got my associates, but I did the rest online. But I was just thinking like, I'm not sure if I really want to go back. Honestly, like I don't know. I want to see if there's something else for me. But at the same time, you have to go to school if you want to play football. So like that put me in a predicament. Like I've been sports my whole life. What do I do now? So I just started trying things, and then eventually, randomly, there was a friend at this time. He said like, I'm gonna be a rapper. And he was the same person as me. He went D1 to play football. So I'm like, what are we talking about? Like, well, how are we going to switch to football? Okay, cool. I trust you, I guess. He's like, I'm going to the studio. You coming with? I'm like, sure.
Wow.
And then I came to the studio. I seen him like, pick the beat, lay his vocals, mix it, seen the whole song making process. And then that intrigued me a lot. Like I even remember I started writing while he was making his stuff, and then like went a couple times. Yeah, like whenever he would go, kept watching him make more songs to a point like, let me try something. Like let me eventually, like if you keep going to the studio or something, I feel like eventually you're gonna be like, let me hop on the mic and say something real quick.
Yeah.
So then I did that, and made a first song. It was fun, but I didn't like how I sounded at the time.
Is that song out anywhere?
Never.
Can we listen to it?
Never see the light of day.
Scrub.
But I came a second time because I was really just learning how to record the first time.
Yeah.
And then made a song that resonated with me for real. Like I like this. So I'm like, okay, let me try again. But this time I had tried an Afrobeat song.
Okay.
And I remember I got to the chorus, and I looked up, and the whole studio was going crazy. He's like, I turn on the mic, that's the one, that's your sound. You finally found your sound. I'm like,
wow.
Yeah. And since then, it's been up. Actually, that song is out though. That third song I made, it's called Bad Man. It was the first song I ever dropped.
Yeah.
So we're talking that dropped August 2nd, 2024.
Yes,
so
sir.
How did you drop that? Like as soon as you had it recorded, or was there a little wait in between?
Were you sitting on it for a little bit?
I dropped it I think I made it at the beginning of summer, and I dropped it by the end of summer.
Hey.
Because I had to once I made that, I didn't see myself as an artist yet. I was just seeing someone who was just trying something. So when it came to dropping it, I felt like I had to do the groundwork to prepare myself to actually, if I'm gonna do it. Like one thing with me, if I'm gonna do something, I don't want to just try it. I'm like all in. I like to dive head first, so I had to just make sure that this is actually what I want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Is there any advice you can give artists who maybe have recorded a song or two, but haven't made the profiles, haven't registered online? You know what I mean? Do you have any advice for the non-creative work that they have in store for them?
The non-creative work?
Just because it doesn't seem, if you're saying, for example, if you spend 10% of your time recording music and then 90% of your time promoting it online, performing it to promote it, touring to promote it, some might see that as a whack ratio.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for getting through that non-creative work?
I mean, I say if I feel like you just gotta see it as something you're doing seriously. And I feel like anything you do, that if you want success, you have to put in the groundwork. So by just understanding that that's just part of the process. Whether if you want to do music or start your own clothing business. Like there's a lot of monotonous things that you're gonna have to do if you want to go to school and go to become a lawyer. You're gonna have to go to school for like 12 years before you even start your first day. Like everything takes sacrifice. So I feel like if you want to do it for real, I feel like you just gotta understand that that's part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like an athlete. Like they spend more time training than actually playing games. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put in them shots. You know, put in your time in the gym.
Very well put. Very well put. Great advice.
What studio were you going to when you were recording those first few songs?
I was going to actually the Red Sea because I was working with JTC, but then now JTC got his own spot.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, called Travia Studios.
Nice.
So yeah, that's where I handle the majority of my recording, mixing, mastering, and that.
And your homie was working with JTC. That's who you first got the experience with or whatever?
Yeah.
That's cool. What was your friend's name, just out of curiosity, or their artist name out of curiosity, who was bringing you through the studio?
The other athlete turned rapper.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't really speak to him no more.
Okay, well then you can just leave it at that, of course.
Never mind.
When did you decide that your songs needed music videos? You know?
Needed music videos?
Yeah.
Because the first one was What and Be This. And just wondering why that song and not Badman?
Why I made a music video to What to Be This?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because when I first dropped music, I was still like just learning, like, you know, whenever you drop something, you gotta have visuals and things that come with it. Right. So like, I was really just thinking about like Badman, like what visual would I like make for it? I couldn't really think of anything that I could like the ideas I had for it, I didn't feel like I had the experience to execute it the way I wanted to. So then I wanted to do something like more exciting and energetic as my first video, like something eye-catching. So, you know, people just remember that more. Because the song, I like Badman, of course, but it's like, I don't know, I just wanted to like catch people's attention off the jump with my video.
I mean, you've been consistent with it ever since. We got to take a break here in like 20 seconds.
We are sitting down with YG Solo here on DogStar.
Make sure to follow him on Instagram, Solo_Golden Kid. On Facebook, X, and TikTok, it's YG3Solo.
Follow us at DogStar Podcast. We'll be right back, working our way through YG Solo's discography. Bow wow.
Bow wow.
Yes, sir.
Bow wow.
Bow wow. Welcome back to DogStar.
We're sitting down with YG Solo.
Oh, yeah.
Learning about your early life. Mostly sports, you were saying, but
we learned a lot of lessons that you still apply to your artistry today.
Yes, sir.
And then the cool intro to music you had, Badman dropping August, and then boom, September dropping the second song, What and Be This.
What and Be This.
Another single, but that one had a music video we're talking about. You're listed as a director on there, so did you have like a vision for what you wanted to be before you shot it?
100%.
Whoa.
That's actually one thing like I'm really big on. Like I'm always hands-on with every single visual or anything creative I put out. With that specific video, I wanted to do something like that made you feel like you was in Ghana or Kumasi, like the colorfulness and like just the way the color grade looks. I wanted to look like, you know, something that like you were in Ghana, like, cause almost like whenever you go to Ghana, it almost feels like there's like yellow hue, like life just looks different. So I just wanted to give that same kind of aspect, you know, in that. But that was shot in Minneapolis. You know?
Oh wow! Did you have that vision when you were writing, or when you were in the booth, or when does that process? How does that process work?
For me, It usually happens after I make the song. For that song, usually like it's depending on what if the song is for and what the song make me feel. If it's for a project, then I think about the themes of the project and what I'm trying to go for, the message I'm trying to tell. And also I like making my songs like my music videos intertwine with each other. So like if you like, as you're gonna see, like as I start to drop more videos, there's a storyline kind of playing out from one project to another, like continues on.
That's so cool.
Yes, sir.
That bird's eye view versus project to project to project. You've got this grand artistic vision that very few artists have.
Yes, sir.
Building the universe out.
The solo verse.
Yeah, there's a question I want to ask before we keep going on with the discography. Why G Solo? What is the significance of the name? Did you have any? Was there a list of names that you were picking from? Any that you didn't go with?
There was definitely a lot that I didn't go with. There was a lot. But I think the reason why I picked it for real is Solo came from actually my dad. My dad's my name. We share the same name, Solomon, but in Ghana and here, like his nickname is Solo. You get me? So, I kind of want to carry that same, since I already have his name, carry the same nickname. And then the YG, it was like, I had Solo, right? And I'm like, I don't know, I feel like I got to add something to this. And then, I don't know, I was just going through all the the pre-things like artists Lil.
Oh, yeah.
Young, everything out. And then I just stopped at YG because at that time when I was becoming an artist, YG Marley, one of Bob Marley's son or grandchildren, I believe.
Cool.
He was he had dropped his breakout single, and the YG just like it felt like a new generation of artists who are building off of like something that was already put in place. So I felt like I was also like embarking on like kind of a similar journey, like a new generation, because Afrobeat's been around for a while,
right?
And just like my father, like it's like I'm the new generation. So yeah, I think that's where it came from.
The young generation, the youthful generation. I'm just trying to make up an acronym in my mind. That's amazing to learn the story of the origins of the name.
And then it's so meaningful to you. Right. Some people just do a artist name generator.
Right, the Wu-Tang generator.
Of course.
So the next song, again, in 2024, you drop another song, Damage, in November 29th. And that had a music video as well. Same videographer, Crazy Kid.
Yeah, Crazy Kid, Chris. That's my boy. Yeah.
How'd you guys link up?
Well, like we've been like mutual family, even family friends of friend groups. I've always, before I even got into the music, I always noticed like he was just like making his own YouTube videos, getting behind the camera, And when I started making music, we linked up, like, he'd be throwing parties, and like we just chopped it up. Like, yeah, let's work on something. Like, if, what I'm saying, you do something, I do something, let's make magic. So,
sick.
Yeah, he's the homie for sure too. Before we even started making music.
That's cool. It's got to make it nice to work together, having a little bit of like, if I disagree on this one thing, it's not like we're never going to talk again. Being able to
definitely, and yeah, one thing I really like about him is like he understands like there's a specific vision and like vision I'm trying to portray. So like he gives me like the freedom to be creatively free, because there's a lot of people in this industry where like when they have an idea of how your thing should go, they want it to go their way
and never let it go. Exactly.
Instead of it's your creation, like it's your baby, like let it, what I'm saying, let you have the the autonomy. But some people like they like be doing things their way. It makes sense, but
Right.
I would like to work people that we can bounce off each other. If you say something's whack, I'm gonna listen to you. But if I say something's dope, like, you know what I'm saying, it both opinion ways and matters.
Have you ever, I mean, you don't need to be specific, have you ever collaborated on a project where it went so much one way that you just said, I'm out, you know?
Yeah.
Don't even use my verse.
But yeah, I'm also about to start saying that. But like,
I was gonna say just a yes or no, exactly.
Yes, definitely.
Oofta.
There's definitely like one thing you'll realize, like there's a lot of artists that aren't really that serious, and like I don't know, like they'll just do things wonky, and it's like it just kind of just kills the vibe. So it's just like I try to build a relationship, see how serious they are also before I ever like work with people.
Right, because just because you're not gonna create something with someone doesn't mean you can't be friends.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
definitely we can kick it. We just can't kick it in the studio because I'm gonna get mad.
No, I completely understand.
You dropped, at least on Spotify, Energy in March 6, 2025, but I'm noticing that the Energy video came out even before the Damage video. Can you remember back to that time what was going on, why you shot, or maybe dropped the...
This is actually just remind me about this, like, because it's funny because I just was going through something similar. I had a situation where, like, I had shot the Damaged music video, like, I believe around the same time I dropped it. It was in November. But like I said, in the industry, you meet a lot of crazy people. So like, for a while, I had shot the music video, but the cameraman was like holding my footage hostage for mad long. So like, that's the reason why it was delayed. I would have dropped it in November, but you know what I'm saying? I went through that, and then once I got it, I had a show coming up. I'm like, let me make the most out of it, because also like some of the footage was just bogus. So I'm like, let me have Chris, you know, get some footage from the show. This was also my first show, so I also just wanted to document it as well.
Cool.
Yes, sir. So I kind of just mixed both footages together to make the product that you see. But like, I just to say, like, a lot of people don't understand what artists have to go through just to you know, have a video. They just see the video and the song and they're like, wow. But like, sometimes you go through a lot to just do one thing, because just crazy people.
Weeks and weeks, and sometimes hundreds, if not thousands of dollars are put into these projects. So I agree. I mean, again, as a fan, it's fascinating to know, looking back, you know, that it was a bit difficult, because the product that it made, the diamond that it made, is so beautiful.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Respect.
Next in 2025, the solo EP drop.
Oh, yes.
4-track EP, but I think such a good range of like musical styles on there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, a lot of fun to listen to.
Yeah, why make a project versus just keep doing the single?
One, I wanted just to put out, this is around when I feel like after I dropped around Damage and Energy, is when I really started like, I've been taking it serious since the beginning, but I really like feel like that's when I really went all in. And I was like, I want to drop a project just so, one, I can have more music out there, and two, to test myself. You know what I'm saying? If I'm planning on like, if I see myself as a successful artist, I'm like gonna have to like put in albums and turn them in. You know what I'm saying? One after another. Like, might as well start with a project, and that paired with also, I was just watching interviews about Rema, so Afrobeat artist, and one of the ways that he burst into the industry is that he would drop a bunch of 4, you know, shorts, EPs, but filled with dope songs. So like, it was like quantity, but also keeping the quality at the same time, just turning that out. So just taking inspiration from that as well.
Finding that balance, that's huge.
sorry to detour from the discography, but I was just thinking about your first performance. How did that
Ooh.
come about? Did you know it was gonna, well, like, was it an open mic, or did you get booked to like be at the show, or how did that happen?
Technically, I mean, if you want to, honestly, I personally, I did an open mic before that, but I didn't really count that as my first show.
Right.
I usually count like a show like, you know, you have to buy tickets for,
Right.
as my first show.
So
like, say how they come about, like,
yeah. So were you able to? Were you like prepping for it? Did you have like your fans come out to it, or was it more like a solo journey? No pun intended.
Yeah, it's just at that time it was just like really just figuring out like what type of performer I want to be, because I never performed my own music before, so it was just figuring out like what lane, what inspirations do I have, you know what I'm saying? Then I realized like performers I really like watching is like Burna Boy, who feel like is a master as his craft. I like really energetic performers like Travis Scott. I remember when he dropped that Netflix documentary. I loved that when that dropped out. So like seeing that before I was an artist, I thought it was dope. But now that I'm in a position to do so, it's like, okay, how do we become that? So it's like it's just starting to trying to build on that.
I guess I was digging in so much of it because I've seen a couple of pictures now of you on stage. You've got like dancers on stage behind you. At that first show, did you have dancers, or was that like a development down the?
Nah, that first show, it was just a solo thing.
That's cool. That's very, very dope. And obviously it evolved into more and more and more down the road.
Definitely.
You're a showman.
Yes,
straight up. And then, well, I guess it's about the same time. You're featured on a track, featured on ABM Jets, Started with Lies track.
ABM!
That's a good one.
Trillion, I don't know how to say, a Trillion and Randy Savage.
Yes, sir, my boy
off
Randy.
Of Lib Rebel,
Yeah,
the
yes,
project
sir.
that he dropped.
How'd you link up with them?
How'd I link up with that? So boom, like it's ABM song, right? But I got to know them through actually Randy Savage. Randy Savage was actually at the first show. So yeah, we performed together, and I remember Randy Savage was going crazy. Like I remember, cause like it was like competition based performance.
Okay.
He started speaking and rapping in Spanish. I'm like, he different, right? So you feel me? So I remember we locked in after that, and then ABM was also at that show as well. And that's when like we really started locking in as well. And then I went to go get a haircut, and ABM told me he cut hair. So I'm like, shoot, like,
No way.
let me get a cut. And as he was cutting my hair, he was telling me about a song that he was working on. And I'm like, shoot, send it to me. Let me hear it. Heard it. I thought it was dope. You feel me? I was real excited to, you know, work with it. And then we locked in the studio, knocked it out. Yeah.
That's so cool. How did you, I mean, it sounds like you all got along well. How does it compare to doing something by yourself or having your own timeline for something?
I mean, I feel like it's fun. Like, we're always working with others. It's definitely fun. I personally, I feel like it's just the type of person or artist you are. Just how studios are set up. Like, are you the type of artist that likes to go there, don't talk to me, don't look at me, don't even breathe, like, you know, you just by yourself and an engineer, something like that. You're really shy. Or like an artist like Tupac, who he having a party while he trying to record, you know, hit him up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just depending on the type of artist you are. And it's like, I personally, like, I like to, recording is like really like, I find it sacred to me. It's almost like therapy. So I like to just like be there by myself, maybe have like a few close people around me. But also I do love just like working on the track and like we having fun, we having a party, we just going back and forth and stuff. So it's like, just, you know, depending how I feel that day.
Yeah, there's no wrong way, exactly.
Yeah.
We appreciate you sharing your approach.
Yeah, I think
100%.
it definitely comes through on that track for sure, too. Next, also August. Also August, you have the show at the Caboose.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the one with the dancers for sure. What made you want to step there? How'd you even get in touch with people who want to be on stage with you? Or that's just like such a step up for an artist to like have that stage presence.
The
Thought about
curation,
that much.
exactly.
Yeah, that show, that's actually the biggest show that I had done at that time.
Whoa.
I had opened up for a Ghanaian artist named Kitty, you know what I'm saying? Real successful.
Sick.
And with that show, I wanted to just stamp myself as like a great performer, you know what I'm saying? Because I was just thinking about like, what makes me different from most artists? What do I excel in? What are my strengths? And I realized like performing and giving energy is one of the main things. So when I'm thinking about, how am I gonna give them energy if I'm just standing on the stage by myself? That's when I started thinking about, adding dancers. I remember like when I made my Lumba music video, and I started. Those are actually the same dance I used on stage.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry to interrupt. That's gonna be our teaser for our third segment. We are sitting down with YG Solo here on DogStar.
Find all his music. Just search YG Solo. Look for our podcast, DogStar Podcast.
Bow wow.
Bow wow. Bow wow.
Bow wow.
Welcome back. We're sitting down with YG Solo, working our way through the discography and the history of your career so far.
Before we took a break, we were in the middle of hearing about the formation of that awesome show.
Yes, sir. The show at the Caboose.
The Caboose.
Open up for Kitty. With that show, I was basically just trying to bring the best performance, the best, the most energetic performance and captivating performance. Yes. And I was just thinking like, I come out the stage by myself, but like I wanted to really, make a statement. So I was like, that's when I thought about adding the dancers from my Lumba music video to the show. And that shit called Dancing Sisters. Find on my IG. I wanted to just build a set where we're interacting with each other throughout the performance to help, tell the story of the song I'm performing at that time. Right. And just, give the crowd something, more entertainment. Just trying to put on the best show I can put on.
Did you have to rehearse a bunch before that?
Actually, a little bit, yeah. We had a couple practices before that,
planning,
going over a dance. I remember
choreography.
They created a choreography for my song Pressure.
Because that dropped the same day.
Yeah, and they was teaching me how to do the dance, so because ain't gonna lie, they made me, because I just thought I'm just gonna perform, y'all just dance, but now they're like, nah, you're dancing too. I'm like, oh, sick. So they taught me the choreography to do during Pressure, and then any time we interact, planning that, and making sure they know what to do during the whole set.
Right.
So mashing that together, we had a practice day of the show as well. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's cool seeing, so much thought being put into the experience that you're giving people.
And it's taking that discipline from playing football and just practice. It's the final product that people see. They don't need to know everything. It helps if they know what went into it, but there's so much that goes on behind the scenes.
And there's a cool recap video of that on his YouTube, well as it looks like some of the footage was used in the music video.
Yeah. I had one of my cameraman, Trilsky. Had him come out shoot. Though it was a music video shoot, but I had him, of course, like shoot the show, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. So then we've got wrapping out 2025 Afro Jagger in November, and then you're featured on Rude Boy Solos.
Yes.
I Said track, which is another awesome collab.
And another awesome video.
Him? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
How'd you link up with him?
With Rude Boy, once again, actually, he was on the first show that I performed
No
at.
way. That's awesome.
So yeah, a lot of the artists I worked with, like I've met through like events we've done together. Remember, yeah, we locked in after the show. I already kind of knew of him, just leading up to it. And we locked in after the show. And how did that song even come about? I remember I think he just hit me on IG or something like, yo, like I got a song for like you'll be dope on.
Wow.
Let me know what you think. Send me it. And kind of same thing with started with Lies. I thought it was dope.
Yeah.
So like I was like, let me see if I can write to it. Yeah, I went to the studio. Actually, I remember that day at the studio too. It was after like we had the Kennedy was having the like forest fires. There was a lot of pollution here.
Yeah.
And that was killing me. That my allergies were cooked.
Yeah.
So I felt like I had like the flu like during that time. And that's the same day I went to the studio. I felt mad sick, but that's the day I actually recorded I Said. So
Wow.
yeah, just
Hey, you gotta make it happen when you gotta make it happen. And that brings us pretty much all the way up till the present. March 6th, just a week or so ago, you dropped 10, which is a new single.
yes, sir. First single of the year.
Busy man. What keeps you like motivated to write? Do you have to like force yourself to write, or is it just you got ideas coming all the time?
Honestly, like I'm gonna put this in the least vulgar way. Is like writing to me is like using the toilet. Like I feel like over time things just build, emotions, traumas, like experiences, they just build. So like you get constipated, and like I feel like if I don't write, I'm just sitting there with all this toxic. It doesn't have to be toxic. All this energy could be positive too. Could be gratefulness. Sitting there with like nothing to release it. So through music, I end up writing regardless. But also at the same time, like in my mind, I have a schedule of like when I want to drop things, projects, mixtapes, even like a year or two in advance that I'm thinking about. So it's like I'm always just writing like, there's this phase I want to go through. What's a song that would like, match that vibe?
Right.
Or like, summer's coming up. We'll come up with a summer song. You know what I'm saying? Like certain things like that. Or like I want to make a song that will be extremely fun to perform. You know what I'm saying? Just thinking about like, what's coming up, and it's like, just life.
And
the therapeutic side of it, yeah.
Before we well, I guess we do want to talk. You brought 2 tracks. Your representative sent over 2 tracks for us to listen to. We got Pressure and 10.
Yes,
sir.
And the word on the street is that they might both be related somehow in the future.
Yes, sir. They're actually gonna both be on my project Indie, aka Independence. Yes, sir.
That's huge.
Yes, sir. I've been working on it for a good minute now. Started in 2025, and yeah, I'm just excited for people to hear.
Yeah, giving us as fans and your fans listening a taste of what's to come. Oh my gosh. What can you talk about when you were writing Pressure? We talked about it a little bit earlier, but what emotion were you trying to get out when you were writing that?
Pressure. It was at a time where like 2 things were happening. It was like one, and ironically, I felt like the pressure of like proving myself as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Because like one thing, like you don't really realize like being an African and trying to do music in an African household isn't the most ideal thing, because they think like, why don't you just go to school? Like, why you want to do this one thing? But like, it's like, you gotta, for pressure from that, just, you know, life in general, you know, peers, and also just proving your own self-worth. Like,
Yeah.
I felt pressure at that time. And then on top of that is like, I was just thinking about, like, I made a lot of songs that meant a lot to me, but I just want to make something like that just fun. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I started to write to Pressure. But actually, things like I wrote Pressure on a whole nother beat.
Really?
But yeah, but that beat got sold.
No way.
So I
that's
was
the
in a stuck
nightmare.
position. But then me and my boy JTC we started putting together. We actually remade the beat and complete changed the vibe.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's when we have, you know, the final product, Pressure.
Oh, that's awesome. So cool to be working with somebody that on point with it. And
Yeah.
happy accident, obviously, because the beat for Pressure is sick.
Yes,
I
sir.
can't even imagine what else it could sound like at this point.
Yes,
so.
sir. Actually, also, I do have a crazy music video coming with that. This is actually the highest production music video I've done that I'm excited to bring by KJ Creatives. Yes, sir. Me and my boy Dom. I feel like we made a movie. You know, we're just putting the finishing touches on it.
Oh, another installment in the solo verse, the solo cinematic universe.
Definitely.
No, I always respect an artist that takes us on that journey visually by connecting these little pieces where it's like, in 5-10 years, we could watch them all back to back. Might be 2 hours, but it would all be connected, like you're saying.
It all makes sense in the end.
Oh, that's amazing.
And then 10
Yes.
10.
has a mic check video from New School Media. I wanted to shout them out because we're shouting out all your other videographers.
Yes,
What can you
sir.
tell us about the track 10?
10.
'Cause that's the Run Me My Money one, correct?
Run me money, yes sir.
Yeah.
10. 10. I feel like I made that at a time where I just wanted people to run me my money. Like, honestly, like, it's in the industry, like you gotta like fight for every dollar that you get, and also just in like just life, like, you know what I'm saying, like, jobs don't give raises, you know what I'm saying, they don't give they don't be giving bonuses. Like, I just feel like we put in all this work and for not, you know, the correct, you know, rewards. So like I felt like I was in a time where I just felt like just, you know, run me my money. And like I also wanted to make a song that like would be just real energetic if I perform. You know what I'm saying? I was really thinking about the live performance first before, you know, the actual like just making a song as something you listen to on the internet. Like 10 is a song that I made with full intentions. Like, this is a song I want to perform.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
cool.
I mean, with that being said, is it going to be on the set list on April 11th?
Yes, sir.
At the Cedar Cultural Center?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes.
That'll be sick. Yeah, doors at 7 for that in April. Make sure you check out the Instagram solo_golden kid to stay up to date on all that. The YouTube channel is YG Solo, you could search for, or it's at official YG Solo. Spotify, Apple Music, everything YG Solo.
We've got about 1 minute left. I just want to ask, similarly to how you were talking about the upcoming music video, how it's, you know, bigger production value.
Yes, sir.
Is it a level up in the live performance that we're going to see in April?
100%.
Oh,
yes,
yes.
this is going to be my longest set that I've done, 30-minute set.
Whoa!
So,
Are you already rehearsing?
yes, sir.
Okay.
I've been rehearsing, got the set list already like mixed and, you know, ready to go.
Nice.
I'm also Rude Boy Solo is also going to be
No
surprise
way.
guest.
Okay.
Getting me performing I Said.
Oh.
Yeah, just been doing cardio, running, trying to work
Yeah.
on breath work.
Seriously, you know, it's a
You
big
know.
thing people overlook is, well, if you're gonna move when you're rapping or singing, you gotta get that
Yeah,
endurance.
you gotta breathe.
Exactly. Well, thank you again for joining us here on DogStar. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Real pleasure. Follow us at DogStar Podcast on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts, and we'll see y'all next week.
Keep listening local. Bow wow.
Bow wow.
That's how you make magic.
Oh yeah, we pushing pressure. You know we pushing pressure. Oh yeah, we pushing pressure. Oh, we got to hit that pressure. No, yeah, why there no stress, so. No, yeah, why there no stress, so. Me want me money in kilos. Hustle, look, they pull up in a bed, love. Monday, Sunday, but they hustle. Now we are custom to seize that blossom. They vex, gotta get it at the muscle. What are the venue with me? Plus one. Savvy boy, you know I got the best one. Big lips, hip dips, cause it right you one. Hold together like Jamaicans are rum. Heavyweights, I can see your bum. Oh yeah, we pushing pressure. You know we pushing pressure. Oh yeah, we pushing pressure. Oh, we got to hit that pressure. No, yeah, why there no stress, so. No, yeah, why there no stress, so. Me want me money in kilos. Hustle, look, they pull up in a bed, love. Sundress, baby girl, I'm a mess. Feel like you be calling my place. She got the braves up on my button. I have a baby and call him Antoine. Bad man, you know it's that crazy. Only keep the vibes with that please me. Chat to me, but I watch your temper. Oh, I shake that room like lumber, 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 lumber. Come, kick it, no boomer. Now she asking, can we do Zumba? Then she asking, can she come back?
Oh yeah, come back.
We in sync, no contact. Back and forth like we ain't come back. Tie me up, yeah, must man your preacher. Oh yeah, we pushing pressure. You know we pushing pressure. Oh yeah, we pushing pressure. Oh, we got to hit that pressure. No, yeah, why there no stress, so. No, yeah, why there no stress, so. Me want me money in kilos. Hustle, look, they pull up in a bed, love. Professional farm fuller. The rain only make me better. I'ma need me a whole new life. He say he mad but I'm mad. He say he bad but I'm bad. Man, pull up in by the clava. Charlie, you don't want no drama. Got telling me I'm crazy. Mentally, ballin' like it be the Premier League. She wanna drop me like enemy. Now they make a jigger on me. Me no see no enemy, no enemy, no enemy. Only see enemy. I only do real enemies. No frenemies. I want in head on the platter. Ha, catch him. Better than slap that bastard. Many men plot on me, they envy. That's in their bodies that like it be broccoli. They broccoli. Got enemy. I'm crazy. Mentally. Ballin' like it be the Premier League. She wanna drop me like enemy. Now they make a jigger on me. Me no see no enemy. No enemy. I only see enemy. telling me, got telling me, I'm crazy, mentally. Ballin' like it be the Premier League. She wanna drop me like, you know me. Not even catching a homie. Me no see no enemy, no enemy, no enemy. Only see enemy.